Coming. Fox News alert. Authorities in Texas have captured the illegal immigrant who killed 5 people, including a 9-year-old child. Fox News' Kevin Cork has the latest on this story. Kevin, what can you tell us? We've been following this.
You're right. You and I have been talking about this, Lawrence, and we're just following the latest information that we've just received. Francisco Oropesa, 38-year-old Mexican national who has allegedly killed 5 of his former Texas neighbors. He apparently was out shooting a weapon, being very loud and belligerent, apparently drinking. The neighbors went outside and asked him to stop shooting that weapon. He then, in turn, took his AR-15 and allegedly slaughtered a family of 5, including a 9-year-old boy. We have just received word that that man has been apprehended by law enforcement officials, according to folks in Texas. This is San Jacinto County. According to the DA there, we're going to find out exactly where. I'm imagining that given you are from the Lone Star State, you know where San Jacinto County is, but their DA is a gentleman by the name of Todd Dillon, and he is telling us that authorities are awaiting fingerprints to confirm that the person arrested is in fact the 38-year-old Oropesa, who will be charged with first-degree murder. And the FBI, we are being told, is planning a news conference about this case. So clearly, we're going to make a few calls here, Lawrence, and find out exactly what the timing will be for federal officials to get a chance to go ahead and get in front of cameras. But what we know now is that Francisco Oropesa, 38-year-old Mexican national accused of slaughtering a family of 5, including a 9-year-old boy, has apparently been caught by law enforcement authorities in Texas. I should also point this out, my friend. Yesterday, when you and I talked about this, we made mention of the fact that there were more than 250 law enforcement officials and law enforcement agents who were looking for this man. That is a massive manhunt. And when they really get the chance to work not just here domestically, but work with our partners in Mexico, it's not so tough to find someone if they really put the full weight of our law enforcement efforts, and apparently they did, and this man has been apprehended, Lawrence.
Brother, let me tell you something. He did not just kill innocent people. He killed children. And when you want to tick off the law enforcement in the state of Texas, which, by the way, I think people should know, has the death penalty in the state of Texas. And I think there's going to be some conversation. Who's going to take this case? I know U.S. Marshals were involved. The FBI Houston office was involved. The Texas Rangers were involved under the Texas DPS. We're going to learn probably soon who's going to have that jurisdiction. But I can tell you this. If it happened within our jurisdiction and the feds don't want to take this case, they will probably try this man with the death penalty in the state of Texas.
Well, it makes sense. And when you talk about not just slaughtering a family indiscriminately, and listen, we can step away from the politics of the border, which you could certainly make the argument that this person had no right to be here. He'd been deported from our country, I believe, on 4 separate occasions. So he had no right to be living in the state of Texas. But to go out there and kill an innocent family like that, these are the kinds of people, again, allegedly, and if he is convicted, but this is the type of case, especially in the state of Texas, where it would certainly seem that the death penalty would be warranted, Lawrence.
You know, Kevin, I'm just wondering if Homeland is going to eventually release some information so we can understand how this guy was released back into Mexico 4 different times and able to commute back and forth across the border. And I just have to ask this question because normally people, and there's been reports about the complaints that calls the police about him firing shots before. People typically, just by me being on the crime beat for a while, they don't just escalate to murder. They commit other crimes before that. Do we know anything from the DOJ as well as Homeland Security who have oversight of these deportations, ICE, if he committed any other crimes prior to these murderers?
And that is an excellent question. The short answer I can share at this hour is I'm not certain. However, it certainly bears pointing out that any time that you're removed from this country, let's just be honest and cut to the chase here. There are millions of people living in this country right now who are not here lawfully, but they're able to stay here. You keep getting sent out, something's probably up. We'll find out more soon.
Yeah. Kevin Cork, excellent reporting. Thanks so much for joining us with the breaking news.
You bet.